today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Full football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. And look at this, right away a loose football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be...
Extra point attempt to come here. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. They scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we get set to see Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Rosen's thrown to the hands of Pitts here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there, finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Right back to Pitts again. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Rosen looking to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Smallwood on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Returning right back to Lockett. And we're working across midfield inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Wilson. Being chased out left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked at second down now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Wilson going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
And a great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. To try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Rosen on first and 10. That'll be caught hard in by Christian Blake. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Smallwood on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. Wilson on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And that is caught. Touchdown Falcons. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And he he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. It's Hawkins. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think electron ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Smallwood on the return. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That's caught by Pitts. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here. Well, he dumps this off over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins, good footwork at the 30. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, it's Hawkins. Room to run again. And that's a touchdown as they broke into a tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Now Rosen will lead them up here to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff, got to be careful. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
The offenses have success. You could say they run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they have got the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee.